So we are back working on the knocking BMW that I need to get fixed because we are hoping to sell this car and trade it up for a profit. Now, in the previous video, I started this thing up, managed to get it started, put a replacement starter motor on it that I got from Project KFC, and you guys heard it is knocking pretty bad. Now, why is it knocking? We're going to try and get to the bottom of exactly that today. So you guys left some pretty good suggestions. I think first and foremost what we need to do is get the oil filter removed, because if it has done something like spun a bearing, then the oil filter is going to be absolutely filled with metal shavings. So first and foremost, let's get that removed. As always though, before we get into things, give this video a like. It really does help me out and it shows your appreciation. So oil filter removed, and yeah, it's definitely spun a bearing. Didn't even have to rip this thing apart to see that there are so many metal chunks in here. Don't know how well you can see that, but yeah, this thing is absolutely just full of flakes. So we definitely have some pretty catastrophic engine damage. Now I guess the question is, where do we go from here? I don't know how well you can see, but look in just the bottom of the oil filter housing, absolutely filled with metal shavings. Not good, not good at all. So obviously with the oil filter being full of metal shavings, I guess we have nothing to lose in draining the oil and seeing what that looks like. This could be interesting. So oil is draining away. To be honest, it actually doesn't look terrible, it just looks like normal oil. I was expecting a good few chunks to fly out of there. No, can't see anything wrong in that oil. I suppose the drain plug hole is quite small on these engines, so if there is like a piece of bearing material, it's probably not going to be able to make its way through that hole, is it? So oil finished draining, and having a look closely now, yeah, it's clear to see that this oil is full of glitter. That is bearing material right there, and there's a few small chunks as well. I mean, this pan wasn't completely clean before, but I did give it a good wipe over and it didn't have all these chunks it does have in now. So yeah, engine is properly buggered, and that means that this N47 engine has to come out. I've already made a good start. I've taken one of these engines out before. It's not really difficult at all. Basically just need to disconnect the intercooler hoses either side, disconnect the exhaust. I'm still unsure if I'm going to remove the engine with the downpipe or just disconnect the downpipe from the rest of the exhaust. Obviously all of the coolant hoses, you need to decide what you're going to do with the AC system. I think I'm just going to leave that all still plumbed in and just take the compressor off of the engine, and then it's pretty much just all of the electrical connectors, which I'm pretty confident I've left all on the engine. Oh, obviously can't forget the bow housing bolts as well. All them need to come out, and then it should just be the two engine mount nuts holding this engine in place then. However, that will be in the next video. Obviously this N47 engine has to come out, but I have a couple of options. So I could just remove this engine and then put another new engine in, or say another new engine, a used engine of course. Hopefully try and find one similar mileage, or if not lower of course. But the issue with that is trust. I mean, you buy an engine on eBay, they say it's running, they say it's only done 10,000 miles, it's had the timing chain done and everything, and then you put it in and it's got a spun bearing. And of course, because you have installed it, then you know you're not going to have any sort of warranty or anything. So I'm a bit unsure whether to go down the installing a used engine route. Second option I have is remove this, strip it down, find the damage, and then rebuild the engine. However, I have been doing a bit of research, and people that have had a spun bearing in these N47 engines or N57 engines, they have rebuilt the engine and then like 1,000 miles later they've spun another bearing. Now, is this because they haven't rebuilt the engine properly? Is this because they haven't thoroughly cleaned all the oil galleries and they've still got, you know, shavings in there? I've heard of people putting these back together but not even cleaning the oil cooler, which obviously the oil cooler that receives all of the oil, and that, you know, has very thin oil ways in, and that can easily get blocked up. Obviously that's a sure way of cutting oil supply to your bearings. Obviously, if I was to rebuild it, I'd do it properly. You guys have seen me rebuild the Mini Cooper S engine. That took a long time to do. I do want to have quite a quick turnaround with this, but like I said, I'll do things properly. I'll make sure everything is bang on. You don't want to rebuild an engine then have to rebuild it once again. But yeah, could I just be wasting my time doing all that? Do I just get on with things, get another engine, drop it in, and sell this car on? Yeah, when it comes to second engine, like I said, it comes down to trust. You know, has it got the mileage that it's supposed to have on? Does it run good? Has the timing chain already been done? I don't know. Again, I'm looking for some guidance from you guys. You were all pretty much bang on, I think, with the spun bearing thesis. It wasn't a fuel issue. Well, at least I don't think it was. Or it could have been caused by the fuel issue, but that was maybe not the sort of end result of the knocking, shall we say. But yeah, engine is toast. Do I remove it, strip it down, rebuild it, or do I just get another engine, drop it in, and be done with it? Yeah, I'm going to leave this one here. I am going to be cracking on in the background, getting this thing removed. Like I said, you'll see that in the next video. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. I want to thank you all for watching anyway. Give this video a like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so. I'll see you all in the next one.